Okay, guys, so watch this video for what's going to be Tuesday, March 29th. If you look at today's volume, I'm pretty sure it's the lowest volume of the year. So if you traded today and you were frustrated and you felt like nothing was moving, I made a joke on Twitter. It was like trading on Christmas Day. There wasn't a bunch of stuff moving. Could be just a day after Easter. A lot of people still on vacation. To me, this tells me it's going to be dead all week, but hopefully a little bit more volume tomorrow than today. Maybe people taking a 4-day weekend. So let's get right into the list. ALDR, big pop today, and it closed fairly strong. I think that's worth watching for a second day move there, maybe a red to green, something like that. I like Weight Watchers WTW. You kind of have to squint to see it, but you can picture a trend line if you just loosely connect the tops of these candles, right? And now it had a little pop here 3 sessions ago, inside day, and it's trying to work its way back up. So if you go to 15s, you can see it a little bit better. Okay, you can see the volume spike here that had a high of 1384, and today put in a nice, pretty clear lower high of 1375, and then a flag below that. So I'm going to actually like this over 1370, looking for 1376, and then maybe a push through this high from the other day. So you got a couple catalysts on Weight Watchers WTW. As I'm talking, I'm typing it in my notes, 1371/1376, and then 1385. Those are some catalysts that, if broken, could really move. And if you go to 5-minute candles, you can see what Weight Watchers can do. Look at this 15-minute move here. Look at this big 5-minute move here, 1342 to 1375 in 5 minutes. These are the kind of moves, these are where day traders can make a lot of money in a very short little stint if you're on something at the right time. So I really like WTW for tomorrow. LEU goes back on watch. Gapped up today, closed below its open. If it can get back up maybe through today's open over 360, it's pretty interesting for a potential long. KTOV. Man, I didn't even see this thing. Look what it did today on just 82,000 shares. So this one is super low float and can really move at times. If this gets any momentum, it could come up. Let me get that line off there. That's an old line. Looking for a follow-through day on this one. I don't know. I hate the fact that it had no volume today, but there's not a lot above to stop this thing. And with a really low float, it's interesting. YRD, relatively new issue. All-time highs, 1039. About a week ago, it put in a lower high of 1004, pushed down to almost to 850, and is right back up to that area. So I like it over today's high, which is basically, I like it through 10, looking for a break of this 1004, and then maybe to all-time highs. My only problem with it is it's moved up from 862 to 10 over the last 2 sessions. So it's already kind of extended in the short term. So what I'd like to see is maybe a sideways move for a couple hours tomorrow, and then a break of 10. But it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. Lumber Liquidators, not that compelling, but has a pretty clearly defined 2-day high here, right around the 1320 area. So if it can get through that 2-day high, it might squeeze again. Had a really nice squeeze back this day. SZYM just goes back on bounce watch, down at the 20-day now. Just a few sessions ago, this was 288, right? So now it's back. It's almost lost $1. I mean, it's a big percentage loss in about 4 days. I want to watch for a possible bounce on that one tomorrow. And then SXE, kind of obscure here, but again, another one that had a pretty huge move from 62 cents to $1.69. I mean, it's a huge move percentage-wise, and now you're down a couple days lower. I'm looking for a bounce here at the 20-day area, and maybe a move back up. So this one might be ready to put in a lower high, and it's a good candidate to have on watch. Not in love with this this watch list because there's not a lot going on, but hopefully we'll find some gappers in the morning. And just be aware on lower volume scenarios like the week following Easter. There are fewer trades, and the trick is to not nickel and dime yourself to death. Try to trade the open if you can find a nice gapper. Maybe make your money and then walk away, or make sure it's a news play, something that's getting volume. Otherwise, it is real easy to nickel and dime yourself to death. So try to get comfortable doing nothing unless there's a real opportunity, all right? I'll leave it at that, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.